Turn 46. So we've got Conjuration 6 completed, and now we're getting Thou 8 next. Throne of Abundance. Looks like that's the throne Mikla just claimed. Bunch of teleports. Dropped astral projection on that fort we're sieging. Searched, found a sunken galley. A little more death income. And then we've got our handful of battles. So the first one is sending these raiders in, and they're not going to succeed. He's bringing in a whole bunch of Tritons. I don't know where these came from, or at least, doesn't. I don't, like where did those come from, and where did he make them? Like, oh, this connects. Okay, so this connects. That's how he made them come across. So that's actually not very far from his cap. Well, wonderful. Next, we've got battle in Cursed Water. And that is actually his dominion, not East Dominion. So we get some water elementals coming out, and then I did not roll successfully to Soul Slay. But this water elemental sits here in the back and pokes him. And it looks like he forgot to change his script from fighting the vastness, so now he's going to die. Just getting stabbed to death by mobs of stuff, and then poison clears out some. So there goes the Kraken. Next, we have a battle down here at this fort, and this does not turn out as well as we had hoped. So he summoned some of these dumb Leocampus things, but if you look, the AI, they're high HP, well 27 HP, which is higher than all this stuff. So the AI freaking loves to soul slay these damn things. So it's gonna burn all the soul slays doing pointless stuff. And then there's all of his water elementals, and that's more mages than I thought would be in here. So it's like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mages, and I'm not making that many water elementals. I think I made like 4 or 5 of them, and he made as many as he possibly could. The shark attack doesn't particularly matter, those mostly get negated, but they also attract soul slays pointlessly. And then these guys just kind of sit on the walls. It's kind of goofy, but they are observing the battle, I guess. So you can see the sharks mostly just getting in the way. Some of them get enslaved, but in the water elemental off, he has slightly more water elementals because he has more mages than I thought. We kill a couple of them, or maybe just one, but eventually the water elemental off finishes, and then my guys HP are out eventually. There they go. And then they wander off. Next, so we did lose that one. So I lost an Illithid Lord, which doesn't matter. The Hydromancer, who was in the front, so I don't care about him either. 5 of the Illithids, all the Lobos, of course, and then some random stuff. We got 1 of the Sirens, and then all the chaff that he had summoned, so now there's only 7 of them left. So now we're moving more shit, and bringing in a bunch more mages, and we are scripting, I'm bringing a lot of water gems, so we can get engaged in water elemental warfare. But at least that Kraken's dead. But I can see there's a bunch of crap inside here. So I don't know if he gatewayed in or what happened here. 106 units. Myrmidons, Centaur, Cataphracts, and Ichthyeids. So I'm assuming that was gateway. Or maybe they snuck in and then are no longer sneaking now. So, I don't know. But we're moving off of that because I don't have gems here. And I need to storm this fort here, because I want this down so I can get this Dom spread. So we're going to redouble our efforts here. So since he has no troops inside, it's only mages. So if he's only got mages, that means they don't have brain troops. So that means these soul slays will actually target mages. So we're going to try to do some pen boosted soul slays, water elementals, a bunch of water elementals. Swarm is simply chaff to get in the way. A couple of school sharks, maybe they'll get in the back and nibble on some mages. And then I'm also teleporting in another one to do yet more water elementals. It's another 4. I don't know if he'll actually get them all, but I think he will. And then he's scripted to retreat. So guys who are holding lots of items, like these guys, they're holding 15 gems worth of items. So I've got them scripted to do their 5 soul slays and run off. These guys I just told to stick around. This guy I think is running off. Yes. This guy's hiding. So I've got 3 of them running off, including the guys teleporting in. These are doing, what is that, 1 school of sharks, and I guess he can do like a water power, water elemental. Sure. Like there. There. 2 swarms, which will make little shrimps. A bunch of water elementals. I should be able to win that if he tries to break siege with just those guys and doesn't wait to resummon stuff. And then over here, I'm hoping he moves there. If he moves there, then I've got a bunch of Frozen Heart spam. I pumped the PD up a bit, went to like 20 or something. Which is, they're kind of shit, but they'll get in the way. What is this? This can go back here. And they'll just hold attack, so we're going to let the PD get in there, and then spam like Soul Slays and Frozen Hearts and stuff, and that should be enough to beat those if they attack. And then we've also got a guy coming in here with gems, so that I can reload and send them all here, and then have everybody gem loaded this time, since there are more in there. So I did underestimate how many mages he had and how many water elementals he would spit out. So that is unfortunate. We did lose a bunch of chaff, so I'm making more, and we're massing it in these 2 forts. These, I'll probably pick up this blob, and we'll just shuttle them over here. And then this will mass this like 3 times, and then I'll gateway them back down to here, or to here if I actually take that. I'm trying to get the Uttervast back this turn. I don't know if I'll be able to, but we're going to give it a shot. The reason for that is, if I can manage to get him back, it should be no problem to retake this. And since his god is dead, I don't have to worry about getting teleported on. So we'll see where he moves and what happens. I may just actually, so I'll re-siege, or I'll be sieging this again this turn, while maintaining the siege. These will move down. And then next turn, or this turn rather, I assume he's going to break the siege here, or try to, and then that will succeed. And then he's going to try and hopefully move here, which I will stop. And then next turn he'll have his free stack up here, and I'll have my stack moving to here, and then I'll just teleport my vastness on top of this to prevent movement, which should be very easy to do. And then once that's done, I can just freely move him over here while I storm again. And that should keep him from being able to reinforce it effectively. And if that happens, then I'll be able to claim this temple, and then we're going to preach it. And I'll also be, once these guys, I'm preaching, or I've got like 53 or 55 holy points worth of Call God. So unless I roll really bad, or roll, just roll shit, I should be able to get my god back this turn. But if I don't, that will suck, because then we're going to have to try and win like a real battle, which I don't know if we can with the amount of things I have here, which would be shitty. I don't want to have to retry, because it would be harder to push in, because I wanted to basically grab this Vengeful Waters, and then my Dawn will spread from this, and I'll just like temple, 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 and just let this kind of pulse out. But if I had to actually fight for it, that would suck. But I should be able to win if I do have to fight for it. I will have, the Uttervast should be able to solo that army, or at least hold it in the cap. And he doesn't have his Kraken, which was really the only thing that could do anything, and I'll remember to put pearls on the Kraken, or the Uttervast this time, so if I need to returning script him, I can. And we'll see how it goes. Oh, as far as what else I'm doing, we are doing Vengeful Waters this turn. I alchemized a whole bunch of shit. I don't remember exactly how many was in this, but it was a lot of gems. I should actually take that off. Let's grab this and give it to somebody. Like you? Or no, you won't be able to carry it. What about one of these guys? You? Okay, let's adjust his script a little bit. Or should I? Nah, you know what, fuck it. One more water elemental, and I don't want to risk it losing that and having him steal it. Let's leave that over here. And then as far as everything else, we've got some events. None of them really matter. I found black steel full plate, hooray! Then we got our guys getting patrolled out, which sucked, so I don't get to watch all those cool battles. And then our dude was attacked by 3 otherness. Except this time we've got our formless spawn and a size 6 water elemental, and the water elemental is better at fighting than those. So, well, it's only size 5, isn't it? Yeah, so it's still got the 4 crushes, and it will be able to defeat the 2 otherness. And there's that. So this guy's jacking off doing buffs as usual, but he had enough support to not die. So I still got him. What's his summon at? 5. So he's still got a ways before I even get a chance to pull Vastness, but oh well, can't be too picky. And then I did delay putting this temple up for a turn, because I want to get that call god and try to get my god back this turn so I can actually use him. And we'll see if that works. I do need 2 temples to push my Dom up to 8, which, once he's back, I'm going to be putting that temple down here, and that will push me to Dom strength 8. And then we'll probably drop another 5 as soon as we can. Like, I'll probably just temple these 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then like, I don't know, 4, 5. And just temple this stuff. And that should get me pretty significant amounts of Dom spread going. And then your Dom strength is, the reason that's important is because that affects the rolls when you're doing opposed candle checks. So you want as much as you can if you're doing a big global like Vengeful Waters, which is what we're going to do. I'm just going to spam the shit out of all my temples everywhere. And then I'll be able to, if I can manage to get this, I was going to convert this over to priests and bring these down to preach, if I can. And this throne, that's annoying. I'll try to steal that at some point. I don't remember his bless. What was his bless? I think it was like thunder weapons or something. Yes, that looks like it. Like thunder weapons luck or thunder weapons twist fates, something like that. So if I just soul drain on there, I should be able to grab that and just kill everything on there with my god. Assuming I don't lose S-Paths. If I lose S-Paths, it gets a little more complicated to do to soul drain. I should be able to still do it, but it'll be more difficult. Anyway, that is the turn.